Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today is going to be our 3-month weight loss update. I do not have a weigh-in for you guys because if you guys have been watching my weekly weigh-ins, then you guys know I've been struggling with the food aspect of this whole entire journey. So in this video, we're not going to do a before and after. We're not going to do like an after body shot because my body, I'm almost guaranteeing, I don't even want to talk about it, but I 100% know I will be triggered if I, in the editing process, comparing the body, and I'm not going to put myself in that situation. So hopefully next month we will do a comparison. But this month in this video, we're just going to go over the August goals that I had for myself, which ones I accomplished, which ones I did not. And then we have September goals that I will go over with you guys as well. And I actually have some changes to September goals already. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. So August goals was no weekends off eating wise, and as you know, 100% I did not accomplish that goal. And the second goal that I set out to do for myself, actually I do have a weigh-in for you guys. I forgot. Hold on. Let me restart this. My goal was to lose 5 pounds, and I did not lose 5 pounds, but on the first of the month, I weighed in and it was 315.2. So that was a total low. So no, I totally gained. So basically I gained 1.6 pounds in the month of August, which it actually is a little bit more than that because I had gotten down to 309.4 in the month of August, but I'm just going to go based on the very first weigh-in that I had in August, which was around August 1st, which was 313.6, and then on September 1st, I weighed in at 315.2. So it's a mess. It's a mess. Here's the thing. I've all this week I've been feeling guilty, and I've been feeding all of this negative energy to myself, and you're never going to do this. You're never going to conquer this. This is always going to be an issue for you. Like, just basically like not praising myself or congratulating myself for everything that I have accomplished. No. Instead, what I'm doing is punishing myself for not being able to get the eating portion of this together. So I was thinking this morning, and I was talking to myself, and I was like, you know, you did not develop this eating disorder overnight. It didn't just all of a sudden one day appear. So you can't expect for it to just go away all of a sudden. And it's okay if you're having a hard time. What's not okay is if I just completely give up altogether and put my hands in there and say, I'm never gonna do this. It's never gonna work. I'm like, literally, if this takes me 10 years, it takes me 10 years. But at least I'm continuing to work towards a goal. And one thing I will say about this go round that I've never experienced before is my activity has been so on point pretty much every single day. I have had this week I've been in a little bit of a funk. I haven't exercised as much this week, but having to give myself grace. And when I got up this morning, I was like, I'm gonna go work out. Have I worked out any other day this week? I think I have. I can't really remember, but it definitely hasn't been anywhere near what I had been hoping or what I wanted. But it's okay because a lot of the habits that I've created, like when I go to a store, instead of parking first row or trying to find the closest parking spot, I'm still parking far away. Like, that is a habit I've built that I really am enjoying. and just other little habits too. So I'm going to get there. That's what I had to remind myself today. Is eating disorder didn't develop overnight. The way and your eating habits, it's been years and years and years of you doing these things over and over and over again. You can't expect to just be like, you know what, I'm going to stop eating this, or I'm going to start. No, it's just not going to happen. So I kind of know where I went wrong. I'm going to keep it to myself because everyone's going to have their opinions and I don't want your opinion. But I know for me what I need to work on when it comes to the whole, like, the eating portion of it. Okay, so another one of my goals was weight training at least 2 times a week, which I did, which I'm very proud of because I don't like it. I will say, I am starting to like it a little bit more, just a little bit more than I was. And I did a leg day, which you guys saw in my last week's Day in the Life vlog. And I didn't entirely hate it. And I was sore the next day, the next couple of days, but I wasn't so sore that I was in massive pain, which was really nice. So I was like, I can get behind this. Thanks to my son. He was the one who has been doing those workouts, and I just kind of following his lead. So 2 times a week, weight training, check. Go to a dance class at least 2 times this week or this month. I kinda did. I took 1. I was going to take 2, but my ex messed everything up. So with that being said, I kind of sort of did. And the only reason why I didn't take 2 was because I took the first one. I was supposed to take the first one on the last Saturday of the month. And then the next one that I took was, I think it was a Wednesday. And then I think I went to another, I can't remember. But regardless, I give myself a check because first of all, I was supposed to go to that damn dance class, and he's the only reason why I didn't go. But second of all, I was just proud of myself. The whole reason why I made that a goal was because I have been sitting knowing that there's these dance classes now. Y'all know I've been saying, I want a dance class, I want to go to dance class, I want to go. And so I've just been sitting because I'm like, oh, but what if this? And oh, but what if this? And what if I can't keep up? And what if I'm the biggest one there? And what if da, 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 da. So then I was like, no, bitch, you are going to put it down as a goal and you are going to go to, let's just say, 2 dance classes. So I am proud at the fact that I have finally made it to a dance class. And now that I'm talking to you guys, I have made it to that 1. Okay, I've only made it to 2, but tomorrow I'm going to another one. So that'll be 3. And I'll keep going, you know. Now that I've like taken the main ones, where it's like that initial, what is this going to be like? Who's going to be, you know, I think that I'll be fine. So yeah. Anyways, Monday through Friday, a 30-minute workout. Check. That was amazing. Again, my activity has been on freaking point. For August, since my kids were still, they didn't go to school until August 29th. So it was still summer for us pretty much the whole entire month. So y'all know I had to be strict with myself and my schedule and say, okay, you have to wake up. I don't care if the kids are waking up at 1 p.m. It doesn't matter. You still, you know, you can't be doing that. You know, you do function so much better on a more rigid schedule of go to bed at this time, wake up at this time. So yeah, wake up Monday through Saturday at 7:30, all of August. Check, I did that. I gave myself a complete rest day on Sunday. That really wasn't that hard of a goal, so check. Compliment at least 1 person this month. Okay, that one, I'm not gonna lie, was a hard one. I was like, and then one day we were at my son's open house and his teacher, he's taking interior design, which first of all I love. My kids are so good when it comes to art and design, and I just love my daughter's fashion is like, oh, it's like, oh, I love it. She has such a good sense of fashion and it's unique and oh, I just love it. But I digress. He was his interior design teacher. We were going to meet her and I was like, oh my gosh, first of all, her personality was just like very bubbly, very kind and personable. I was just like, she's beautiful. Beautiful, killer outfit. Like, I was just like, damn, okay? So I had to tell her. I had to tell her I loved her outfit. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I love your outfit. And I was wearing a friend's shirt, so she was like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. So like we had like a little moment. But yeah, I'm proud of myself because that was really hard for me. And that was one of the things I wrote down that I was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to do this, but let's just do it. Anyways, read 2 books, which I actually read 3 books: The Inmate, The Locked Door, and then The Wife Upstairs. And The Wife Upstairs triggered the hell out of me. Okay, so I will recommend, because I'm starting to read now, Inmate, Locked Door, so good, highly recommend, so good, especially The Inmate. Oh my gosh, the author is Frida McFadden. I will link them down below and list them out because they are so good. If you, however, have ever experienced, or you do not stay far away from The Wife Upstairs. Really good book, really good book. But if any of that triggers you, do not, and I repeat, do not read it. This is where my issue started. I read that book and not even in the middle of it, I was like, Jill, you see where this book is going. I'm telling you, put it down. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be famous last words. I was not fine. I was not fine. Oh my gosh. I think it was that day that I finished the book. I was just like, I didn't know how to process the emotions, and I was having these flashbacks and like all this stuff was happening, and I was like, what is going on? And so here's the thing about is I never know. I never know if something is going to trigger me or if it's not. So from now on, I just need to stay away from it. Any kind of content or material that has that in it, I need to stay away because I never know if I'm going to be triggered or not, and it is not worth it. It is not worth it. But it was a really good book. I kid you not. I finished that. I want to say it was like the middle of August. When did I start having my issues with the weight? So 8/18 was my last. It was like when I recorded 309.4 in for my weight. So the 18th. Wait, what? That was a Sunday. I'm confused. No, it's not. I'm in September. So yeah, the 20th is when I finished that book. August 20th, it was a Saturday. And I was like, I was just eating, girl. I was eating. And then the 21st, I was eating. And then I think that's when I came on here and told you guys I was starting from day 1. And ever since the 20th, I have been struggling with my food intake. Because then the next week I had an issue with my ex. So not only was I triggered and having flashbacks from the book with my ex, or like because of like what I experienced with my ex, then he kind of came back in, didn't come back in. Like, if you guys want to know what happened, like, it's on my Patreon. You can subscribe. The link is down below. But he said some things and he triggered me again. So, and again, I'm taking full responsibility for this stuff. So I don't want you guys to think I'm making excuses. I fully am taking responsibility for the fact that I know my triggers. And I need to start trusting myself. I need to trust myself again. That has been a struggle, is trusting myself. When I say, no, I need to listen to that voice, that inner voice. But I take full responsibility. I should have handled that in a different way. I mean, I wrote down so many things. You know, I've also been sharing with you guys my struggle with wanting to smoke again, and I just, because I'm struggling so hardcore with my eating, the next best thing that I knew to do was to smoke, and now I don't have that either. So it's like, what can I do? Do something with the hands. So What do I love to do? I love to do makeup. Just, girl, just sit down, pull out a freaking palette, and just do some damn eye makeup, you know? Because I was having a conversation with my friend, and she was like, talking about for her, you know, like I need to pick up a hobby and this and that. And I'm like, I really do too. Cause she mentioned keeping her hands busy. And I'm like, you know what? I need to, there, that lighting is better. I need to do something with my hands too. And I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? And I'm like, do you remember, girl? When I was at this one point in my life, I was doing an eye look every single night just to keep my hands and my mind and everything busy. So another thing was to go on a date, and I kid you not, I literally just put this down. I was like, it's not really gonna happen. It's whatever. And then I took my kids out on a date, and so I was like, check. I went on a date because I did not specify whether it was gonna be a solo date or a date with my kids or a date with a man. So I checked, and then I was like, actually, I went on 3. So 1 with my kids, 1 with myself, and 1 with a man. So if you want to say like a date is only allowed the man, then I went on 1. But all 3 of those were dates. So yeah, those are my August goals. I'm really happy with that. I really am. I need to cut myself some slack when it comes to this eating, because it's going to take time. It's going to take time. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about it on Wednesday's video, where I've been struggling with the calories and the information and what's right, what's wrong, what do you do, what do you not do. It's so confusing. So let's get into September goals. I want to do 2 solo dates this month. My last solo date I enjoyed thoroughly. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I have an idea or 2 for some solo dates that do not revolve around food, may I add. That, well, if it does revolve around food, it's not like going to a restaurant. It's like, you know, anyways, you guys will see. Subscribe to my main channel, Miss Green Eyes, because I weekly vlog over there, and that's where I usually show my solo dates. So, okay, I initially put 9,000 steps Monday through Friday. If you guys can see, I am not wearing my Apple Watch, and I'm not wearing my Apple Watch for this reason. I have become obsessed in a not so great way with checking the number, where am I at, just basically wearing my body down to the point where when it comes to the weekend, I am absolutely exhausted and I feel like I can go no further. So then me and my kids don't do anything, and they are kind of, not, I wouldn't say suffering, but kind of, we need to go do stuff on the weekends. So it's a little too much. Now I know my limit. I know if I'm being active or not. I don't need this to tell me if I'm being active or not. I have these certain days where I'm going to go to the gym, and then I have these certain days where if I'm not doing the gym, I'm going to be doing legs and then arms. And then from there, you know, if I'm see, here's my issue. I have a lot of editing days where, and it was also starting to coincide too much with my work, where I was struggling to keep up with my editing because crap, today's an editing day, but crap, I'm only at like 4,000 steps. I did my workout and I need to go get more. And it was like, I just felt like I was being pulled in so many different directions, and it was hard for me to really, basically I needed that full entire day on Sunday to do absolutely nothing. And again, I don't want that. I don't want to be like, I'm not available on Sunday. I want to start going to church. I want to start doing things like going to the park with the kids and the dog, and I'm not doing that. So what I'm going to do, I guess, for my activity is just to be smart about it. When, you know, don't work yourself so hard that you're needing an entire day to like rest and do absolutely nothing. But also don't be too lazy. Like, don't be too much. Like, if you're having an editing day, that's great. If you've gotten in a workout, that's great. And that's what I need to do. And if you feel like you haven't, you know, gotten that much activity in, then maybe go for a walk after dinner, or, you know, make sure you, if you wanted to do leftovers that night, go ahead and cook a meal so you can kind of get in a little bit more activity. So I don't really know what to say for my goal, because it's not like, oh, I want to work out this many days. Just be as active as possible. Without wearing yourself down. So that's my goal. Toning, still 2 times a week. I think that that's something eventually, but y'all know I love dancing so much. I love dancing so much that I don't know if that's going to change anytime soon. Another goal of mine is to read 2 books. I'm almost finished with one of those books, which is The Surrogate Mother. I had stopped reading. Like, I had started that book in August, did not touch it. I think I read like maybe 7 to 10 pages, did not touch it. I was so triggered by the wife upstairs that I was like kind of scared, like low-key scared to read. So then I started doing more watching YouTube and more watching TikTok and social media. And then that also is kind of playing a role in my mental health, because then I start to compare and I start to this and I start to that, and this person lost this, why can't I? It's not healthy, it's toxic, so too much is not good for me. So yeah, reading has just been, it's been really helpful. And also, again, keeping myself busy throughout the day has been helping too. But then I just kind of started slacking. I just started slacking and I started consuming more than I should have, and I was starting to just kind of do the compare, and the mental health was just going. So we're back to reading 2 books. Like I said, I've already read one, or I'm almost finished. I was falling asleep last night, but I'm like, I think I have like maybe like 30 minutes left. Read or listen to one self-help book. So I am currently listening to, let me pull it up on Audible. I bit my tongue, you guys. It hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts. How to Stop Feeling Like by Andrea Owen. And I am on chapter 2. This is something I kind of need to go back. I feel like I want to have this in. I think I'm going to buy this book. I'm going to keep listening to it. But there's some really good stuff in here. There's some really good stuff in here that you really need to actually like do the work with and not just listen. So I think that this is a book that I'm gonna like buy on my Kindle, and then I'll just have a notebook to kind of go through. So yeah, that's a really good book, and I fully intend to finish listening to that. And if I do, then I'm gonna actually listen to another one. But my goal is to listen to one self-help book. My goal is to lose 5 pounds this month. And then instead of putting like do not binge, no weekends off, da 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 da, I just simply put try not to binge. And I'm going to do just that. And as I'm sitting here making this video, I don't think that there's anything that I want to add. I mean, I've got the solo time alone, loving on myself. I've got the activity part down, the toning, the self-help part, the, you know, lose weight, and then just giving myself grace and being patient with myself, and just try not to binge. Try not to binge this month. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I really was like really getting down on myself too with this video, because I'm like, I wanted 1 month, 2 month, month 3, and I wanted there to be a drastic difference. And this is something, this is the last time y'all are gonna hear me say this, but I've got to stop saying this. I never want to hear these words come out of my mouth after this day, after right now, where I kept saying, I can't make it past day 30. I can't make it past 30. Every time it gets to 3 months, something happens and I give up and I just can't do it anymore. and what happened this go round. I made it 85 days binge free, and around day 90, when I was trying to get back on track, I have not been able to get back on track ever since. But why would I if that's what I keep telling myself and putting that out into the universe? So you will never hear me say that again. I am taking it one day at a time. I ate like a psycho yesterday. So I have my little I Am Sober app. Oh crap, I was supposed to reset this morning. How do I, let me see, settings. Okay. So today is, what's today's date?
It's Friday, September 9th.
Okay, so I'm setting it to September 9th at, let's just do, I woke up at 7:30, so we're going to do 7:30 a.m. So, I have officially been binge free for 7 hours and 30 minutes. Okay? So hopefully by the end, and if not, it's okay, because I did not start binge eating and develop this eating disorder overnight and all of these unhealthy eating habits and patterns and all this. So I can't expect myself, but you best believe I'm going to try really freaking hard. And if I go through this cycle and I find myself bored or lonely or feeling these feelings that I'm feeling, I'm going to get out my freaking makeup palettes and I'm going to do makeup, gosh darn it. And I even tell myself, because I have such a what's it called? Like a perfection. I have such a perfectionist personality that it's like, oh, but if I'm doing my eyes, then I need to do a liner, and then none of it looks good unless I do the concealer. And if I do concealer, then I need to do the whole face, and it all needs to come together. And it's like, Jill, no. You can literally sit down and just do your eyes for 30 minutes just to kind of regroup, maybe listen to a self-help book, maybe listen to something that's fun, or maybe just talk out loud and get the feelings out. Whatever it is that you're feeling, since journaling doesn't, I'm not going to say it doesn't work for me. I don't like journaling because my thoughts are faster than I can write, and then I can't read what I'm writing. And then to me, it just has to, the perfectionism, which I know I need to let go. And that's something I'm working on too. But I think for me, the makeup palette and just doing my eyes and going from there. If I still feel like the urge is really strong, then maybe I do need to do my face, and maybe I need to go pick out an outfit. Maybe I need to leave the house. I don't know. It needs to build from there, but at least do that. So anyways, thank you guys, especially if you're still here. I appreciate you guys so much. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let's continue to give ourselves grace. Let's continue to do that. Not too much though. There's also a healthy and unhealthy balance when it comes to giving yourself grace. And just keep doing it. Trying your best every single day. Every day is a new day. And if I can recommend anything to myself that I would then recommend to you, is to let go of the guilt and the self-pity and the feeling horrible about I shouldn't have done that and I should be doing this. Let it go. I'm telling that to myself, and in turn I'm saying that out loud. So anyone, if you caught it, if you got it, if you needed to hear that, there you go. But I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I will see you this week with an update. Bye guys.